Yeah, I made a commentary that the Igbo people and the Ijaw people are brothers. Then I see several persons saying all manner of things. I asked a very strong question and nobody have answered this question. What major war has the Igbo man and the Ijaw man fought against themselves before the creation of Nigeria? Before the colonial masters came to Nigeria, before Nigeria was created, what major war has the Igbo man and the Ijaw man fought against themselves before the creation of Nigeria? Nobody have answered this question. The Ijaw people and the Igbo people have been living together in peace for thousands of years before the colonial masters came and even before the creation of Nigeria. In fact, the Yorubas and the Fulanis had several major wars. The Middle Belt and the Northern Oligarchy had several major wars before the colonial masters came. Yet the Igbo man and the Ijaw man that lived together as brothers, we live together in the same geographic territory as brothers. We have not recorded any major war that we go against ourselves before the colonial masters came to Nigeria. But now we are having unnecessary rivalries. This rivalry we are having is created by the Nigerian state. The British is using the Northern Fulani control oligarchy as hammer against Nigeria, and they are using the Yorubas as a propaganda machine against Nigerian state, dividing the Igbos and the Ijaw people. First of all, you need to know that the Igbo man and the Ijaw man are the only people that have waged war in Nigeria. The Igbo man and the Ijaw man are the only tribe that have waged war in Nigeria. They know. Imagine these two warlords come together. We will conquer Nigeria, we will conquer the whole of Africa. They know it. There is a deliberate plan to bring this unnecessary rivalry and hatred between the Igbos and the Ijaws. It's deliberate. People say it's Igbo that stopped Agbor. Is it not the Yoruba man that took the life of Agbor? In fact, anytime a Yoruba man enter power, he want to oppress the Ijaw people. This is how Obasanjo sent fighter jets to Odi in Bayelsa State, burn down the whole of Odi in the name of unnecessary excuse, burn down the whole of Odi. The same way Tinubu came into power. Remove Simfubara from power. Anytime the Yoruba man come into power, they want to always oppress the Ijaw people. And yet people are not seeing all these things. They say the Igbo man is our problem. Igbo man that have not tested power. First of all, the issue of Agbor, it was not Agbor fault that the Niger Delta was marginalized. How many months did Agbor stay in power before he was assassinated? In fact, crude oil was found in a Bayelsa State in 1950 something. From 1950 something to 1966, that Agbor took power. Is it not the Nigerian state that were marginalizing the Niger Delta people? Boro did not took power. Boro did not fight against Agbor because Agbor was the one that marginalized the Niger Delta people. It was the Nigerian state. And you cannot blame Agbor because he was in a state whereby he never expected to be in power. In fact, he came into power unexpectedly. And he was in a very bad situation that he was trying to manage. Now, when Boro was fighting with Nigeria, it was the same Nigerian state that took the life of Boro. A Yoruba man took the life of Boro. Igbo man is not the problem of the Ijaw people. Now Tinubu is planning to channel our crude oil to the north. Sorry, our crude oil to Europe. They want to channel our gas energy to Europe. Why there is no light in Bayelsa State? There is no light in Niger Delta. But they want to channel our crude oil to Europe. And you say Igbo man is your problem? Nonsense.
The video you watch, the young man from the Ijaw community asks a very critical question. You know, I have told you in my last video before I went on break that we have been able to cause an identity revolution in a very positive way. We have been able to stir people, give them the courage and confidence to start asking critical questions. And when this young man asked this question, I saw the video passing around, but something struck me that I want to bring it out right now. He asked the question, who can come with fact and evidence that since thousands of years the Jaws have been living side by side with the Igbos? Have they ever fought a war until coming of the creation of Nigeria by the British government? The guy is making a statement that they are brothers, even though they don't have the same language, culture, and traditions. They don't bear the same name, but they've been living side by side. This question concerned those who are Igbos in South with the Jaws. Exactly, because he's talking about we in the Anyoma that are sharing the same state with the Jaws, the Queres that are in rivers, the Ndoni, the Ndokes, the Ekpeyes, some of them that are denying that don't Igbo, they chase, but they share the same boundary with the Jaws. Even some Ijaws that are claiming some part of Imo, and so on and so forth. Since you people are claiming land and no land, has there been any war? Even to this present day, has there been any war between the Jaws and the Igbos, even to present today? Community crash, land crashes. But there are series of online of people saying Igbos are trying to claim Ijaw land. Ijaw are claiming to claim Igbo. Even those who that the Jaws are accusing to be Igbo, I still deny not to be Igbo. But the question, have they ever fought a war, even as they are dragging land? The boy stated the reason why this issue persists, because Nigerian government enjoy divide and rule system. They deliberately divide us, including some of us in the South Igbo that are denying that are not Igbo. And this brings me to the question of my Eka and Agbor brothers, who go about saying we are not Igbo. I see some video where one boy is saying even the Biafran war, they did not kill Agbor people. That is why it's a proof that they know that we are not Igbo. I boss laugh. Ask them where they are. They claim they are Benin. Because I have some one-on-one conversation with some people, even yesterday night. They say they are Benin. I boss laugh. Has there been any war between the Agbor people and the Southeastern Igbo? No. Why? When and when they live and let live is what the Igbos practice. They don't bother anybody. But you see, those people they claim they came from have fought a war, conquered them by the so people they claim. Yes, the Agbor has a war with the Benins. And I will read that fact and evidence written by a Bini historian, Jacob Ekarava, who stated in his history of Benin. I'm going to read it out. Benin had a war with Ubulukwaya Adesuwa. Benin had a war with our people, Aya Obanidu. This one is specifically for the Agbor people. The history of Benin. This is the story of the eldest son of Oba Akenzua, who succeeded to the throne under the title Eresoya about 1735 AD. If you look at the top, you see. So the second paragraph says, in the early part of the reign, that the reign of this son of Oba Akenzua, he said the people of Agbor rebelled and declared their independence. Troops under the Ezomo Ehinu were sent to punish them. Dobi was captured and beheaded as a traitor, and his head was sent to the Oba at Benin City. After this, the people of Agbor remained royal to the Obas of Benin until the reign of Overewen, when they again revolt. Preparations to punish them were being made when the British expedition of 1897 took place. So The question is this: why are the Agbor people seeking independence if they are Benins? This same question that the young man asked is what we have been asking critical questions, but you people cannot give us answer. You cannot give us answer. I keep saying it. You don't fight to subjugate your own kingdom. Something must be wrong somewhere if you always fight to subjugate people you claim they came from you. Because if we are from Benin, it means we are descendant of Benin. So why is the ancient, the ancestor, the grandfather fighting his sons, his grandchildren? The village that your king ran away and found. People migrated from there to come and settle here. They are Benin. Why are you fighting to subjugate them? Waiting first of all, pursue them from there if they are people. Why did they come here? Assimilate, forget your language, forget your culture, forget your name, be other people's name. Even though some are claiming they kept one or two evidences to show they are from there, fine. But why is the majority on this other side? And nobody from the southeast has conquered them, subjugate them. Nobody has coerced them, nobody has forced them to bear those things. Nobody tell them to practice what they practice, bear the name their place of settlement after Igbo words, like Okumazo Mocha. Nobody forced them. Umuede, nobody for Umu and Ede, nobody forced them. Today called Umunede, nobody forced them to bear those names. These are the questions. The Ibonto in a banke. Nobody forced them to bear Ibonto. Abigo saying a war they fight, but you are the one forcing them and they want always to revolt and be independent of them. Something is wrong. Just like the British government for the Arab people, because they want to subjugate them to be independent, to control them, because they want to control the Arabs. Just like they fought the Aye Kumeku, because they want to control us. And we are fighting them because we want our independence. The same thing the Agbor did in the reign of Oba Akenzua's son. Then, even though they were conquered, the Obi was beheaded and his head was sent. Even when they prepare again, in the another reign, later they revolted, and the Oba was ready to come and send punishment to come and behead the king before the British government scattered the Bini kingdom and took Oba Avorowe, took the Oba then to Eza. That is why the Agbor became free. But today, Agbor children does not know this history. This is recorded by the Benin, so their fathers are the one recorded this. Not we. It's not a fallacy. We are not the one creating it. In the archive of Benin, recorded that this is part of what Benin achieved. Why, if you are there, why are they punishing you? And the ones you are rejecting have not done such to you. Yet you speak their language, you bear their name, you practice their culture, and then you start telling, we are the same by assimilation. Why did you reject the one you came from and decide to embrace the strangers by assimilation? How do you put that this lie will not fly in 21st century? And we're going to be here to be visiting all these questions. The questions we are asking you so that we will not be the one telling you, you say we are forcing you. No, your forefather forced you to be Igbo by giving you Igbo name, naming your village Igbo name, practicing Igbo culture, speaking an Igbo dialect. Whether you call it a cat today or you call it Okwan today, it is your forefather you need to blame. None of us here has ever put a gun on your head. The only reason why you call what we say false is because he has an energy to convince you that we are saying the truth. The power that the message we carry is tearing your heart apart, because this question shows proof and evidence that we are saying something that captivates you and make you believe that you didn't come from there. But you can't even know the reason why you keep denying where you come from. You look around, they will tell you, Igbo people do this, Igbo do that. Look at that boy videos telling you what has Igbo people done to the Ijaws, what has Igbo people done to the Agbor or the cars. What? If you look at today issue, they say Igbo people are bad, Igbo people are this. Is it not in every Nigeria? Are Igbo people the one kidnapping people in Oyo? Are they the Fulanis that are owning the oil? Are they the one controlling the car man that is a governor, which is Okowa? Is he the one that makes you not to develop? Yes. Is it an Igbo man from Southeast? Even the same man I said to Igbo, look at how he treated you people all. Today now he has changed that it's not more Igbo. Because of the same politics. Imagine saying Igbo man from Southeast once declared this and later change mouth. This is what we are talking about. So you say we Igbo people are not saying, Igbo people are forcing you. You know that what we are saying is a fact. Remember, I am not an Igbo man from Southeast. I'm an Igbo man in South. I'm a Delta man and Yoma son. But when you want to make a comment and say, if they say they're not Igbo, you should leave them. When we now say that we're Igbo, why don't you leave us alone? If they say they're not Igbo, you should leave them alone. But when I say I'm Igbo, why don't you leave me alone too? What is good for the Uganda is also good for the England. You are seeking independence because you are not the same. If you are the same, you subdue under it. Why is Biafra trying to leave? Because they feel they are not the same. And evidence is there that we are not united in this country. This is why we say, no, we cannot continue with this life. We need to tell ourselves the truth so that we know who we are. I'm out of here, Joe.